Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Let's get this stream going. Let's do this. Let me double check, make sure that all of my sound and everything is good, and then we'll get this rolling. Perfect. Okay. And now we chill. Give it a few minutes before let everyone join in. Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna give it a few minutes before we kick this thing off here. But we are doing an Ask Me Anything. I know there are a few of you in here now, so if you do want to get your question in early, definitely send that in, and we'll get to that in a second here. Bum bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum. Do. Let me check. I'm gonna get Robinhood and everything pulled up. I might do a little bit on my portfolio today. Let me type this in the chat in here. Let's get this all set up. Boom. And then I will pin that message there. There we go. Sick. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, anything, any stocks they want me to check out, yeah, let me specify. Hold on, because I know that's gonna get confused. There we go. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pin that one instead. There we go. Sick. How'd everyone's portfolios do today? Just while we're letting people join in, how'd everyone do today? It was a kind of interesting day for me. I had tech was up pretty good, so I did pretty good on that one. But penny stocks are still getting crushed, man. Penny stocks are still getting crushed. ESGC. You want me to check that one out? Is that like a ticker? Boom, boom, ba-doom. All right, let's see. Let me make sure all my settings are right. Mr. Pink, what's up, man? How's it going? All right, I think everything's good. Does my audio sound good? Everything sounds all right? Let's see. So I'll check out ESGC in a sec here. Oh, cool deal. All right, we got some good people in here. Let's see. All right, wondering what your thoughts on INKW Green Concepts look like. They're making all the right moves to grow and ultimately uplist. So I haven't checked them out before, but we definitely can check them out real quick. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so we'll start with ESGC. Let me make sure I remember all of my controls here. Okay. Haven't live streamed in a minute here. All right, let's see. ESGC stock. I'm going to go ahead and get this pulled up. It should have pulled up my screen. Sick. Okay. $1.55. Let me go ahead and mute my phone real quick. Sorry about that. All right, let's see. So, $342 million market cap. So, it's kind of low, but not too crazy. We're going to jump over to Yahoo Finance, and let's see what all is going on. Hopefully, I'm looking at the right one here. So, they had a pretty, decent day today. For a penny stock, being green in general recently has been nice. So, man, they've kind of tanked though recently, huh? What? Yeah. That's not looking too good, man. It's not looking too good. I would say it's a pretty... they just kind of starting to get an idea of where they're moving. I'd say they did a good job of consolidating for a little while to get out of this downtrend, but it looks like if they fall, if they fall another, let's see. Yeah, they'd have a good way to go to get back in this channel. So I don't know. I don't know too much about them. Let me know. Did anything happen? Let's see. I want to zoom in here. What started this big fall? Was there any news that they were supposed to release that didn't release? What started that? Because then I'll kind of get a better idea of how I feel about that stock. Let's see. Wondering what your thoughts on INKW are. So we'll definitely check them out. Let me just make sure I don't miss anything too crazy. Today's reality. Give me just a little bit more info on that company, just so I have a good idea of what, like why is their stock moving like that? Because it looked like something negative happened, and I don't want to spend too much time doing too much DD. You know what I mean? I'm glad you got your channel back. Thank you, Mr. Pink. Me too, man. It was a crazy month. It sucked, but we're back. We're better than ever. We got the new background. We got some new equipment. We got the new mic. We got a whole bunch of new stuff. So I'm excited, and hopefully Tyler Hill investing 1.0, 2.0 is better than ever. You know. Green concepts. So Carl, what are the green concepts? Give me a little info about that, because I don't know too much about them, but I'm interested. I like learning about new stocks on these live streams. So if y'all can educate me on a few things, and I'll see what I can do. And hey, there we go. That's set up. Hey, let me know if my audio is all good. If my audio is good, video is good, just let me know. Give me a heads up in the chat before we really get this thing going. We've only been going for like 4 or 5 minutes. Can you please do SFTW? I've checked them out before. Yeah, we'll go over them in a second. Coin is technically a DPO, not an IPO. I was wondering how that could lead to selling pressure when it opens. Okay, yeah, we'll check them out too. Okay, so I want to start at the top of this. I heard about Coin. Let's see. Let's check it out. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up my stream real quick. 1 second here. There we go. Okay, I had to double check all my stream settings. Didn't want to show too much of my info here. What you know about investing in Coinbase's $100 billion IPO? So I mean, Coinbase is already just so. I'm actually curious. I haven't done any research on Coinbase's IPO at all, or DPO. $250, which would take to $65 billion on a fully diluted basis. The reference price reflects past transactions, and the stock will open on Wednesday. I personally think it's going to be super hyped. My expectation with that one is that we are going to see it absolutely just smash. That's my guess. I just think it depends. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to move. I'm not super duper big into crypto, so I don't want to give too much info or say anything that's just really wrong or uneducated. But my guess is that Coinbase has already done such a great job of, the transactions and everything in which it's been working to do. Obviously, that I would be surprised to see it really just tank or not have a super hyped up IPO. So I think it'll be good. I definitely would need to do a little bit more research before I personally put in any money into it. But I'm super late on crypto. That's one thing I will say. I have a little bit in Bitcoin, but I'm not the most in tune with it. So let's see. What's up? Did you win your fight in Biloxi? Yes, I did win the fight. I have my medal somewhere around here. I'm not sure where, but yeah, we did win that one. Gladly. Let me double check everything real quick. I'm getting a weird message from YouTube saying that my stream. The most in tune. Okay, yes, that's fine. All right. Let's see. What do you think is a realistic gold price for Hcmc? If they win a lawsuit or not, specify on that one a little bit for me. Are we going off if they're winning a lawsuit or not? Because if they don't win a lawsuit, 0. But I think. Let me know. Are you talking about if they do win a lawsuit or not? Essentia Surgical, it's a water company that is using water from the mountains in North Carolina and just set up for people to be able to buy off the website. That's crazy. I mean, the only thing I would say about that, if that's what you're talking about, the green concept, the only thing that kind of makes me curious is what's the real demand for it? I've always kind of wondered about that. What's the demand for it? I mean, I feel like people are just so adept to their typical flask or their typical bottle of water. I just personally don't know anyone who just wants a specific type of water that much, unless it's like Fiji, I guess. So how are their sales? Are their sales starting to do okay? Let's see. I'm gonna just keep checking this every now and then just to make sure, because YouTube is just keep constantly sending me messages. Okay, I think it's fine. All right, let's see. What do you think about Asxy? Essentia Surgical. I loved the company. I did personally exit my position. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of unimpressed by the stock. I was up about 190% at one point. Took profits, and then we saw it fall a little bit, and so I got kind of like, maybe I'll go back in or maybe I won't. But I kind of just let it ride, and then it fell like a lot over the course of that like the last few weeks, and so I took profits on it like, I'll say about a week ago or so. I closed out the position. I just felt like I could do better with money in other places. I started to load the boat on Tesla, and that was a great call. Hcmc, what do you want to know about Hcmc? Netflix competitor, ESGC. Okay. So one thing that makes me nervous about that entire industry is I just can't see anyone coming around right now that's just going to even remotely compete. Like, I feel like the barrier to entry to streaming right now is just very high. And then based off the stock chart for ESGC, it just kind of seems like there's not enough upward momentum to keep it out of a downtrend. And so I'd be very careful. I'm not sure if you're investing into that one or not. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor. But I'd just be very careful with it, just because it does seem like it's struggling to gain momentum. And some of those stocks that we see like that, they'll tend to fall back into the cent range. So, hey, Callum, let's not spam. I'll see it the first time, I promise. All right. Also, they just cut a deal to increase their distribution with Amazon. Okay, well, that's interesting. As well as modernizing their bottling facility to handle an increased demand, and also are hitting 7 more full-time employees to handle the anticipated increase in demand. So, what I would say about that one is, personally speaking, I would need to see the proof. Just because where I'm from, like, I guess down south, we're not really big in tune with everything like that, and it could be different from, in other places. But what I would say, just for me personally, is I've not seen, like, the demand for it around me, and I think I struggle to find, motivation, I guess, to check out a company or investing into companies if I personally don't understand the demand for it. And so I would say with that one, it would be more of me, just my opinion on like whether or not I would invest into a company like that. It would be more or less them proving the demand. I would say the fact that they are bringing on more and more employees definitely does show something. I would say, like, if they're expecting the demand to increase that much through Amazon, then hopefully we do see the revenue, like their financial reports display that or reflect growth. And then at that point, I would consider it. But I don't know much about that market, so it's kind of difficult. If they win it, I think if we're sitting at about 10 right now, I think we would surpass previous highs. I could see if it genuinely, like they genuinely won, we came up on a big settlement, I would say in the short term, it can 10 to 15x from where it is now. But I don't think they would maintain it for more than maybe 24 hours. 24 hours maximum. We would see that thing fly, and then once it crashed, it would crash pretty hard. I think, just personally speaking, I would say that the valuation for Hcmc with the amount of shares that they have is just going to be absolutely ridiculous no matter how much it grows. And I don't think that there's a legitimate argument to say that it's, at the moment, worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Because realistically, whenever we consider how much do their stores generate, how much do their vitamin company generate, how much all that, it's really not. In comparison, hundreds of millions of dollars. So it kind of just depends. It depends on if they do a buyback. That would be beautiful. I think that would definitely be contributionary to bringing down that market cap a bit and making it make a little more sense. But, kind of just depends. So my guess, 10x if they win the lawsuit. If there's still hype, it could be 2 years from now, so you never really know. But I would say another, like a 10x wouldn't surprise me for sure. eBank International. All right, we will check them out. All right, sick. All right, let's check out eBank International. Oh, no, it's okay, Cal. Don't worry. All right, let's see. Make sure y'all can see my screen here. Sick. Okay. Let's see what they got. First and foremost, exclusive license to ASIC boost patent. That's cool. Increased performance of Bitcoin mining by approximately 20%. That's important. I've heard about eBank before, so I'm just kind of reviewing. I haven't checked them out in like a month or two. They launched their exchange in April. Yep. So the way I feel right now about these companies that are launching exchanges, especially crypto exchanges, I think we're going to see them struggle. You know, I really feel like we're going to start to see them struggle simply because that competition is just so high. And then I think that they have those industry leaders that are, of course, is going to consistently generate the most transactions at the end of the day. And I think that while we're seeing a lot of crypto hype that they're going to do well, but I struggle to imagine that in the like midterm that they're going to do that great. Now, I do believe that we're going to see a lot of these different crypto exchanges really do well in like a few years from now, but I don't think they're going to be as explosive as we've seen them be in the past. That's my guess. I honestly have no idea. At the end of the day, again, I'm not the most educated whenever it comes to crypto, so that's my basic understanding opinion there. But EBET is... Yeah, dude, Ryan, I know, bro. DMX passing really hurt my feelings. And my fight 3 weeks ago, I walked out to one of his songs, and it's like, dude, it's rough. But EBET is an online sports betting company that is scheduled to go public on Thursday. I think it has some serious potential to run. Every sports betting company, in my opinion, has a lot of potential right now. I think that as it's becoming legalized in a lot of different states, you know, it's still illegal here in Louisiana. I think as it is growing in popularity, that people are going to utilize it a lot more. I think as sports are starting to really kick back into gear, that we're going to see it get big. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for what the sports betting industry is going to look like. Zomedica's one I haven't checked out Zomedica in a second. Let's go ahead. Let's check them out. Don't want to get too behind here. Let's see. Make sure y'all can see me. Cool, dude. Oh, that's never a good title. Thinking about Casimir times Zomedica. Like, you know they were throwing shade. Okay, let's see. Just go to Yahoo Finance. Let's check them out. I haven't checked them out in a while. Oh, they're back down to $1. Man, I remember this thing ran, bro. This thing absolutely ran at one point. Yeah. So, my opinion on all of penny stocks at the moment is the future ain't looking the best at the moment. You know, I would say that they're just out of rotation, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's super healthy because realistically, we all knew penny stocks weren't going to be running like they were in the past. But at the end of the day, I think it's important that we notice that there's other opportunities in the market. You know, that's something I talk about in my Patreon a lot, is that when penny stocks are looking bad, we need to find other places in the market to generate money, because if not, we're just going to sit around and wait for penny stocks, and we're just going to lose money on our penny stocks. So, you know, as every penny stock has basically been doing this, is one thing I've been saying, is look in other places in the market for ways to trade, right? But whenever it comes to Zomedica, my guess is that it's going to hit resistance right around this 85-cent mark, and I doubt it'll go below it. That's kind of something I've noticed over the last few weeks, is that the majority of penny stocks are resorting back to levels in which they saw right before the big spike in February. February 8th is when we hit our peak, right? Yeah, February 8th. When this peak happened, from that point forward, it was just death. And one thing that I'm starting to notice is that stocks are resorting back to however they were trading right before that. So my guess is it just entered into its channel. I could probably draw this a little bit straighter. Maybe something like that. And my guess is it's going to consolidate within here. So personally, like if I was just going to do a trade on this one, just not really knowing too much about the company, I haven't really done my research recently. I don't know what changes have been made. I would likely just sit out on this one, test it at 88, 87, 86 roughly. If it starts to hit resistance, I would get in, try to make a short trade. Maybe if it starts to trade all the way up to $1.20 again, which I'm not too sure if it's capable of. Because what you can see is that this little level that was acting as resistance in the past was acting as a floor resistance for a little while. So it was consolidating on top of it, and then the downward pressure was just too much. So my guess is that maybe hits the bottom, bounces back up. If there's some good news, it could retest that resistance, possibly break through, and at that point, you can start to look for it to, you know, maybe start to reach some of these higher levels. But realistically, my guess is while penny stocks are not performing the best, it's more than likely, just basic guess here. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, again, just in case. my guess is it hits bottom and then it consolidates here for a little while, maybe comes up top, and you could honestly probably pull like a 20 or 30% play off of it if you play it right, which is always hard in the penny stock market, of course. All right, let's see. Let's go with Hcmc winning. What would be your take profit? I would get out. My average is at 0.008, I believe, or 0.0008. I would get out at a 0.0. I always get my zeros mixed up. So say if we're at 10 right now, I would say at about 50. I would say about a 50 when I know I can get out, you know, because one thing that makes me nervous about Hcmc is just the fact that it's so weird. Like just how some of the trades get limited and how people aren't too sure with, you know, like we've been trying to exit. Like, you remember in the past, we were trying to buy some, we were trying to get out, we were trying to buy some, we were trying to get out, and we've been so restricted on how we can trade. I don't like that. And so I think that if I can maybe pull in another 5x, I would probably just get out, because I did pull man, Ryan, you might be able to help me here. I don't remember what we took initial investment out at. 'Cause I'm only on profits at this point. My initial investment is out. That was like, I did that in the first week. And I think that was at a 2x or 3x. So if my profits could 5x, that'd be nice. But, you know, you never know. Thanks. Another one for people to look at and consider is Aitx, working in an elevator service and seeing the new corporate buildings. Parts and major headquarters are looking to cut long-term costs, and also human interaction can make this take off. I've checked out Aitx before. People have asked me to do analysis on it. I've just never gotten around to it. I don't know why. I think the thing about it is that it's just always given me trouble to get a solid source of information to the point that I can not only create a video on them, but in order to create the video, I need to understand the company myself. And that's something I've struggled to do with Aitx, is just understand the full concept of the company, what they do. That's something I definitely need to get in tune with if I wanted to talk about Aitx. So not 100% sure on them. Video quality looking fire now. Keep it up, bro. Thank you, man. It has been taking me so long to get this room how I wanted it. Like, if you guys remember, whenever I was doing, let's see, hold on, I'm gonna go back. Like, ooh, yeah, I don't want to show y'all my password here. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go run to my channel, and like, I don't know if any of you have ever seen this, but it's disgusting. Okay, so let's go back all the way to my oldest videos. This is absolutely horrific. Don't judge me, but it might be monetized. Oh, look at that, picking up an extra 1 cent right now. But this room right here, I know that's a weird picture of me. This room right here is the same room that I'm in right now. So like, just seeing the changes that have been made from that to now are just so absolutely ridiculous. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Okay. Just making sure. All right, let's see. Let's say you own a stock. Oh, good question. Okay, let's say you own a stock at 1.8 and you're down roughly 40%. The stock is now at 1 and bounced between 1 to 1.4. Let's say you want to get out. Would you heavily invest at the bottom to get your average within the range to then sell just as you meet your new average? I think that's the way I typically like to go. Like, if it's possible, you know. So one thing that I'll tend to consider is, I have a perfect example. Hold on. We're going to actually look at my real life HITIF charts right now. There we go. And I'm always going to check this just to make sure, because every time I start screen recording and don't start screen recording, it makes me so mad. Okay. So this is what I've been doing. So with high tide, I made a bad call personally. Just timing wise, I had expectations that were not met. And so we're going to look at the real charts right now. So I probably have, yep. Okay. So whenever it comes to high tide, sorry, my phone just started spazzing. So whenever it comes to high tide, I personally bought here, 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 and here. Now, the reason I did so is that I thought this consolidation phase was going to be high tide breaking out. I thought that it was going to test resistance, maybe come back down, and then test it again and pop through. But then, of course, we saw the really bad just downtrend start in a majority of the penny stocks, and so it's somewhat been consolidating within these lines here. Now, one thing I will notice is I actually didn't check high tide at all over the last day, and the fact that they did break through resistance here makes me somewhat nervous. Now, I will say my line is a little bit crooked, so I'm going to try to straighten that up a bit. But they did break through. You know, they broke through my resistance lines here, which always makes me somewhat think, okay, this could start going south. So at this point, I start to test other levels of resistance. This is like my real life, how I kind of plan out when I might get in or get out of a stock. So if high tide passes through this line, I will exit. Now, I love high tide personally. I absolutely love the company. But if they pass through 50, I'm out. Because the thing is, at that point, I think that's when we hit free fall land. So whenever it comes to averaging, dollar cost averaging. So say my average right now is actually on this line here. This is like real life. So what my game plan is typically is I know it's consolidating within this. And so what I did is I drew this square. And this square, if I go ahead and I'm going to have to expand it there. So I knew with this square that this is my point of entry. This is what I'm looking to buy because this is typically whenever it's reaching a lot of resistance, it'll consolidate for a little while and then it will start to climb again. So what my goal was to triple my position from where it is up here all the way down here. And so as I do that, it'll slowly start to bring my average down. Now, if I wanted to exit, of course, bringing my average down is perfect. So whenever it goes back up to the top of channel, possibly, or just somewhat trades upwards, then of course I can exit and not take a big loss. But sometimes, you know, you'll start to see them break through resistance and they break through that consolidation. And then at that point, it becomes, okay, we really need to figure out where the next level of resistance is. We need to see it because if it bypasses that next level of resistance, this thing could be taking a dump. So yeah, so just a brief explanation, you know, or just a, how do I explain it? Like just a simple way of answering your question. Yes, I personally do absolutely love dollar cost averaging down before I exit out of position. Now, honestly, when it comes to high tide, it depends. You know, like the issue that I have sometimes that I'm very emotionally invested into some of these investments, which isn't the best. Sometimes it's the worst. But like whenever it comes to high tide themselves, I really do like the company. So if it hit 50, I might just keep it. I probably, knowing myself, I'd probably keep it. But if that was a company I really didn't, you know, have any attachment to, I'd ditch it. I just get rid of it because at that point that thing's free falling and I get nervous. So yeah. So sorry if I rambled a little bit too much on that one. But facial recognition and different automated monitoring of major sites makes me believe this is part of the future in professional medical buildings. Of course, absolutely. I think like facial recognitions and everything and getting through trying to read that question. And you know, and in some of those more high level buildings, I think, yeah, I agree, Carl. That's for sure the future. How old are you and how long have you been trading? I am 20 or about to be 20. I'll be 20 next month. I'm 19 at the moment. I've been actively trading for about a year, but I was interested in the stock market when I was like a freshman in high school. So, I mean, I've been studying it for about 4 or 5, I would say. Yeah, NASCAR. Okay. And that's something, you know, as you dollar cost average down, at some point you just have to take your loss. You know, like I'll typically say, I'm a dollar cost average down until I fall 30%. If I hit 30%, I'm just get out and take my lick. Because at the end of the day, yeah, a 30% loss sucks, but that's just 3 10% trades that you need to break even. And it's not the best thing to think about it like that, but it kind of makes it easier to cut losses sometimes whenever you think about it's not that difficult to recover what you lost. You know, that's just how I take it. No hold long on them. Don't sell out a loss on HITIF. That's what I was saying, CJ. I was like, if it was another stock, I'd probably sell it. But once I thought about it a little bit further, I was like, would I realistically sell HITIF? And not a chance. No way. I'll go down 90% before I sell them. But if I didn't have any emotional investment to them or attachment to them, I'm out. Let's see. Checking my audio and video. If you ever see me looking at my phone, I don't have anyone to talk to. Trust me. I'm just making sure that I am still sounding okay. All right. Let's see. Can you please check out OCGN? I'm pretty sure that's Oxygen, right? Big catalyst coming up. Blank vaccine play. So yeah, I've checked out Oxygen before. The issue I have at this point is that realistically, we are seeing some errors. You know, we've been seeing some problems happen with our vaccines at the moment. You know, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine having those rare cases of blood clots, which is scary, of course. But I think that the market's not as excited about vaccines anymore. You know, if a company announces that they're coming out with a vaccine, everyone's just kind of like, oh, you and everyone else, right? And so what makes me nervous a little bit about getting in those vaccine plays is that if there's even remotely one problem whatsoever with that company, everyone will just disregard them, right? So there's potential. You know, I think as more companies do introduce the vaccines and everything, that they could be applied to maybe smaller countries. Then at that point, maybe if they get some medical use authorization or emergency use authorization, of course, that would allow them to get it out to the people. But I just don't see any of these smaller companies actually putting out a vaccine that's going to replace any of the big ones or even be distributed that much. So that's kind of just where I'm at with that one. I just want to get out so I can free up my original investment. That's understandable, man. That's super understandable. Sometimes, you know, how down are you right now? So if you were at 1.8 and it's down to 1, I mean, are you down about 40% right now? Are you planning to do trading as a career? I am not. So I'm actually an MMA fighter. I know I might have said it in the stream earlier. I'm not 100% sure. So that's my end goal. You know, I'm ranked number 3 in the state right now. I'm ranked number 20 in the south of the United States. So I'm trying to pursue that as a career. You know, I'm undefeated so far. Haven't lost yet. So just trying to pursue that. But trading's something I do for fun. You know, it's something I enjoy doing. I can do it from home, make some extra cash, and have a good time. So yeah. Yep, let's see if there's any more questions. Let's keep this thing going. I'll probably be on here. How long have we been going? I'm probably going to be on this thing for another 30 minutes or so. So if there's any questions, anything you guys want to know, if it's about me, about trading, about a stock, if you want me to check anything out, definitely go, you know, just let me know. Leave it in the live chat. And we will get that thing going. Sweet. CJ, how's the channel going, man? Hey, if any of you are not subscribed to Trading with CJ, definitely go check him out. He does some great work. His thumbnails are much better than mine. So, you should definitely go hit him up. Oxygen is the U.S. partner of... Ooh, I'm not even going to say that. Be a hard Indian company CEO stated they will apply for There we go, emergency use approval. This month, a lot of countries already approved it. Good. At that point, that's whenever I would be excited. I think if they get an EUA, they can start to get it out to some people. Maybe get some proof that it's actually doing a great job. That would be great. But like I said, I think the vaccine wave is kind of ended in a sense of a lot of hype. But as Rohan just said, one thing you can play, which is risky, of course. But anytime there's bad news about the vaccines, we'll see some of the smaller ones go because everyone's like, oh, they're going to ditch Johnson & Johnson and go for, like he says, Novavax or one of those other companies. So you could buy them in hopes that there ended up being issues and then, you know, make some short-term games. But I'm just personally speaking, I feel like the wave is kind of towards that middle to end, you know. Let's see what we got. Man, I can't get this thing off my screen. All right, there we go. Yep, down around 30 to 40% depending on the day. There are catalysts that will boost the stock price soon, but I don't know if it'll reach my average. I bought near the high, plus got bills. Heard that. Al Guapo, what stock are we talking about? Did you say Transenterics, or did I completely make that up? What stock are we talking about? INND was nasty today. Dude, not gonna lie. INND was rough. And then I don't have a Schwab account. I have Fidelity, Webull, Robinhood, and M1 Finance, and you can't get INND on any of them. So I was just watching it right now, and I was wrong. Actually, in my YouTube video, I didn't think it would close under 36, and it did. So I know I'm gonna get roasted tomorrow. But yeah. So man, it's so frustrating. But I think this drop was coming. Like I think it was necessary for the long-term growth of the company or the stock. Sorry. Man, it's hard work. No, it's all good. More quiet ATM. Still trying to do one a day or every other day. Agreed, man. Like, I don't know if any of you guys who are in here know, but YouTube's been rough recently. Like, us stock YouTubers, our views are like, I would say my views have been cut in like a fourth. Maybe like if they were at 10,000, I'm only getting like 2,500 per video. So it's definitely rough. But, you know, we're still tanking through. Me and my boy CJ, we're doing this. Let's see. BNGO and IDEX. I love both of them. I actually have money invested into both of them. If y'all want me to pull up my Robinhood account, I can. Do you think Tesla is worth waiting for it to come down, or would you invest more at its current price? All right, I'm going to go into Robinhood because legit all of these stocks that y'all are talking about are on my Robinhood account. So let me make sure my audio is all good one more time here. I'm going to pull up my Robinhood. There we go. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead, bang sauce. That should have worked. Cool deal. So this is my Robinhood account for the day. So we were up about $750. It was a pretty good day. I actually didn't grow. My biggest holding in my portfolio, which takes up like 40%, was negative, and I still went up today. So it's very exciting. Let's see. So let's go to today's returns. So Tesla was huge for me. I made $574 off of Tesla today. Now, what I will do is I'll show you guys when I've been buying, just to give you an idea. So, if we go here, so I've been buying, like, even the last couple of days, you know, I really just genuinely believed, I was like, Tesla is going to be turning around sometime soon here. So, I was just averaging down. I mean, even on days where I went from 674 to 708 over that 2 weeks, I still picked up more shares because I still think it has room to go. That's just my opinion. In the short term, midterm, and long term, I think there's growth. Now, realistically, I think from this point, it'll likely slow down at some point here. I can't imagine that this is going to continue just continue without some type of slowdown one of these days. And actually, the next time that it does do that, I'm going to increase this position one more time. I wanted this to be a $10,000 position for me, and I'm currently almost to that point. I need to invest another $2,500 for it to be so. And so that's my goal. It's going to be about a 30% spot in my portfolio, which is big, but I think this is one of those stocks that just, it's a lifetime opportunity stock. You know, I think looking back, I'm going to laugh at the fact that I sold Tesla literally in July of 2020. I sold it back here like a dummy. I had 5 shares and I just sold them at 318 like a pure idiot. But so I think, I honestly, personally, not a financial advisor, it's not financial advice. I'm simply just going on YouTube with a camera giving my opinion. But I think that it still has room to grow. I genuinely believe we'll recover these highs by end of summer. And then I think that I'm going to be a happy camper. So, personally speaking, I'm not buying anything right now because I think it will slow down a little bit. But I think it's still a great investment overall. All right, let's see. If y'all want me to check out some of those other... Oh, okay, got it. I was so lost about that question. I want to... What's US like now, blank-wise? We just locked down yesterday after 4 months. That's rough. CJ, because y'all have a different variant. There was another variant that kind of went around over there that kind of locked y'all down, right? Or am I wrong? I think I'm right, though. I might be wrong. Body's broken. Al Guapo, are you from the UK, too? So what do you think of FTFT? I'll check them out. FTFT and GNOG. GNOG I'm a fan of. I've checked them out before. I just want to make sure oh God. J Pong's going ham. I'd put up good money to watch you fight Ronda Rousey. I personally, in her prime, she would probably pick me up and throw me on the ground and then break my arm in half. That, like, Ronda Rousey was amazing back in her day. I mean, she's kind of fallen off a little bit, but... All right, let's see. Let's check out one of these stocks. Let's check out GNOG. I haven't checked them out in a while. Here we go. Go. GNOG. Golden Nugget. They have a Golden Nugget right down the street. 3% day. Ooh. Let's check this out. They look like they've been following that typical trend. Okay. All right. So there's a couple questions that need to be answered here. So if I would, golly, what was that? Oh, yeah. I mean that makes sense then. So I don't know much about Golden Nugget Online Gaming, but what I will say is I think there's a couple levels that are important. So, of course, this one. I don't want to, man, that dang on, my lines have been off recently, guys. I would say, I'm curious to see which one of these it's going to touch first. So I would say at this point, we're kind of in one of those mid phases where it's either just going to quite literally go up or go down, right? And I know that's pretty obvious, like Tyler's the stock market. But something you start to notice is that we'll get stuck within a little phase where we're either going to establish a new channel, which is very possible with this one, or it's just going to test. It's like it's going to go a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down, and it's going to break out one way. So I'm curious to see what it's going to do. I honestly don't know much about the stock. I haven't followed the stock at all. I don't know its price movement, and I like to watch them live to get an idea of what I think they'll do. But one thing I will say is that it looks like the downward momentum is definitely not that bad. It kind of does seem like it's fallen a good little bit over the last couple of days, but it doesn't necessarily seem like it is a stock that people are just absolutely crashing right now. Kind of just seems like it's lost a bit of that momentum that we saw a lot of these online gaming stocks have in that December and November area. So I would say long term, I'm not too sure about the online gaming scene just because I feel like with the pandemic ending, quote unquote, that a lot of these online anything stocks are going to kind of have trouble gaining momentum again, and I'm not 100% sure what would send this stock up in the short term. So that's kind of just my brief take on it. I definitely would need to do a little bit more DD, but yeah. Where is Hyliion? Tony, Hyliion died. I'm gonna be the first one to say it. Hyliion is just dead. I had so many hopes for Hyliion, and it's heartbreaking. I had so much hope for Hyliion, like genuinely so much hope for Hyliion, and it just got absolutely battered. Stocks go up or stocks go down. Sick. I want to get that on an LED light and put that thing behind me. You looking for a stock analysis? Look, it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. That's my answer. All right, let's see. Agreed. Yeah, I think infrastructure plays are definitely the move right now. I haven't looked into them too much. I actually have a surgery in 3 days. I guess I should probably tell y'all that. I'm not going to be here. So I'm going to be out of the office, which is my bedroom, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I might upload Monday, maybe if I can get my way out of bed. But I am having knee surgery on Friday morning, so I won't be here for a second. But yeah, no, what I was saying is that as I have been getting ready for surgery, I haven't been able to really buy anything, really. I mean, I've been doing a little bit of investing in my longies, but nothing too much, you know. All right, let's see. All good. Are you still holding them? No, I am not, CJ. Not going to lie. I am out of Hyliion, and I've been out of Hyliion for a while. Hold on, I want that. There we go. I had to take a picture of that one. Stocks go up or stocks go down, but this is not financial advice. So I'm not a financial advisor. Sick. What about INCT? How are you feeling towards that? I'll check them out. What happened to your knee? I had an MMA fight 3 weeks ago, and going into the fight, I was having some knee pain. I wasn't 100% sure what exactly it was, but I knew it wasn't going away, so I kind of had a gut feeling I tore something. I fought. The fight went my way. I won the fight, close fight, and then I went to step out the cage, and my knee started to buckle on me. I couldn't really walk too well. So I went to the doctor about 4 days ago. We got an MRI done, and then I have an MCL tear, a radial tear in my left knee. But what can you do? You know, I've had one in my right knee, and then we had surgery, and it's totally fine now. So I think hopefully it'll be good soon. Carl, you have a great night, man. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my brother. INCT, let's check him out. Okay. Oh, I've heard about them. They had a really high price target at one point. They had volume like crazy recently, right? Was that them? Did I see them on the penny? How much volume did they have? How much was this? Yeah, 1.3 billion. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, they had loads of volume. Right, okay. So I remember them. I was actually going to make a YouTube video about them, but I couldn't find any info at all. So, that ain't looking too. I'd be a little nervous if I was invested into this one and I saw it breach. That's about resistance. Yeah, I'd say that's about resistance, bottom trend line. If I saw him breach through that with that much ease, I'd be a little bit nervous. But the volume's so high that sometimes you just see it happen. I would monitor this one for the next few days. It does seem like there's some pretty strong. Let's see if I can do this right. Bang. Bang. I'm curious to see which one of these is going to trade in. So, if it is going to continue to be on an uptrend, which I'm not 100% sure if it's going to, it's almost starting to look like a descending flag a little bit. But I would monitor this one for the next few days. If it continues to fall down and go through, what's this around here? 0.0014. I would say be really careful, because I mean your next resistance at that point, like if it, that line's not the most straight. There we go. Man, I get so OCD about my lines, but I'd say about this level, 0.001415, whatever. I'd say if this thing hits 13, be careful, because at that point, I mean, your next real strong resistance can be under 10, and you gotta be so careful with those. You just gotta be so careful, because some of these penny stocks have just been dropping like flies. I mean, we've seen this one lose. What's that? About 50% just in this week. So you always got to be careful with these. You know, that's one thing I'll always say. Like, I can't give financial advice without getting sued, but I will say be careful. Monitor this resistance here. If I had to say one thing, I would say be very cautious of what it does around this line, but I would assume that it'll likely make a break for this. Thoughts on skis? I checked them out. Oh my god, man, I'm glad that didn't show on my channel. Man, somebody just commented something crazy. Hey, Rollify, we can't say that, man. Alright. NVIS will be bought out this year? Maybe so. Maybe. Like a big maybe. Joseph Martinez had to go eat. Thoughts on Jake Paul versus Ben Askren, and who's your money on AJ or Fury? I'm going Fury for sure. And I truly hope that Jake Paul gets knocked out. That's like if I had to bet money on anything and really hope that it happened, it would be that Jake Paul gets knocked out. Kathy, I don't use any leverage at all. I get nervous about it, and I am buying a house in 3 months, 4 months. So I've been kind of nervous about the whole leverage thing. I don't want to do anything crazy. So, wow. I couldn't help you. But maybe someone in here does know about leverage. Her question was, please help. Which broker to use with low spread and high leverage, 1 to 100 or more? Thanks. Definitely check them out. Rollify, man. Too far. ZOM Tyler. We checked out Zomedica recently. I kind of just said that my expectations for Zomedica weren't the highest over the next couple of months. Do you know any good inverse REIT ETF stocks that do good in the event of a real estate market collapse like 2008? Because I feel a housing collapse is coming in 2022. No, I don't know any. Rollify is getting so personal. I don't know any. You know, one thing that I do as an investor is I'm not really the type that looks for stocks to invest in that are going to be focused more on the negatives. You know, like I don't really look. I'm not a short, right? So I don't expect something to fall and then I bet that it's going to fall. I've just had a really bad luck with it. So I haven't had I haven't really spent any time looking for stocks that are going to do something like that. Like if the stock market or the real estate market does crash next year, what stocks to invest in at that point. Personally, I hope it doesn't. You know, I'm buying a house in September, so that definitely wouldn't be good. I mean, it wouldn't really affect me at all that much, but it would be nice to be able to get a little bit of a cheaper deal at that point. But if we do see a real estate crash, I definitely might pick up 1 or 2 more houses. That'd be nice if we can get the cash up. But so, no, just in a broad sense, no, I don't know any reverse or inverse real estate investment trust ETFs. Let's see what we got next. How you feeling about Coinbase? I think Coinbase is great. Rollify. The stonk gods. It's all about the stonks, man. It's all about the stonks. I'm just checking my stream here. Because one thing, my stream will get stuck every now and then. It really frustrates me. So I'm just going to make sure I'm making sure I'm not lagging. I'm not doing anything like that because I can make some fine-tuning adjustments real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Make sure I didn't miss any questions. Genus, I haven't checked out GNUS in a long time. Brandon Ray's, I love High Tide. I think High Tide is the best penny stock that exists on earth, and I'm not being dramatic. Just a little bit, but I love them, so I truly do. Let's see what we're at. We're at about 50 minutes. So we'll do this maybe about 10 more minutes. So, hey, if there's any questions anyone wants to know, anything specific, like I said, I'm an MMA fighter, so if there's anything about that you want to know, about my life, any stocks you want me to check out, anything like that, definitely let me know. In the live chat for the next 10 minutes, we'll go over some of that info. About 50 minutes. So, how do you feel about stocks revolving around lithium? Like lithium mining stocks, like stocks such as dang it, I can never remember ticker symbols. LLKKF, maybe. Maybe so. I think that was one. Are you talking about those type of stocks or yeah, what do you mean? I'm an iOS guy all day. I can't stand Android. I had one Android device and I broke it on accident, and I've been petty about it since then. All right, buzz time, BTX. Let's see. GTEH, I have heard of them. Let's check out BTX. Let's see what they're about. Boom, boom. Make sure that worked. Cool. I don't trust these hotkeys. Brooklyn Immunotherapeutics. Oh man, another immunotherapeutics company. So great progress after hours. I like looking at these little indicators just to kind of see what Yahoo Finance is talking about. But Yahoo Finance really don't know what they're talking about. Oh, that looks. What was that? I can't really remember at the moment. I can't see the chat. Whoever, what's it called? Put the BTX into the chat. Let me know what's going on here. Has there been some big news, and what in the world was this volume? I mean, that volume is huge. One thing I will say is it's surprising. Like if I was looking at this stock, you know, like 2 weeks ago, or let's see, yeah, about 2 weeks ago. Haven't seen it just absolutely get battered below this midterm resistance here would have made me run from the stock. So the fact that it's done such a good job, let's see, interesting. The fact that I'm assuming this is the same level of resistance. Oh no, it's not. Interesting. Okay, but the fact that it actually has done a good job of recovering all of that loss, something big had to have happened. Definitely let me know what happened in that, and so I can kind of get a little bit more of an idea of what in the world has been going on. GTH, yeah, Brandon, I've heard of them. I like them a lot. Yes, so I like lithium stocks. I think lithium stocks are a smart way to invest in the electric vehicle market without investing in the electric vehicle market, you know, because sometimes whenever we get so caught up in some of these EV stocks that we tend to forget that they are stocks as well, and you get so wrapped up in like, oh, it's EV, you know, and there's just so much hype. There's so much emotion in EV stocks. And so we see them get really volatile. So I like lithium stocks. I think they're a good move. I think if, you know, the door market was blowing up right now, I would invest in doorknobs. So like that's the type of investor I am. So I think investing in something like them would be a good idea. How do you train your cardio? A lot of running. That's like the big thing for me. I have really bad knees, as I did just say. I have surgery in 3 days, but you know, what kind of car do you drive? I drive a Camry, man. I'm a Camry dude. I got a little statue figure of Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy hanging from my mirror. and I just vibe out in my Camry. I got some little lights like these. I got them all on the floor. It's nice. It's my little whip. I was thinking about getting a new car, but I don't really need a new car. That's my thing. I don't know. I've been considering it though. I kind of want something a little bigger, just because people in Louisiana drive like idiots. So, NMTLF. I've heard about them. I've heard about them when I heard about LOKKF. I mean, I think they're all good. I think they all have a lot of potential. I think it just comes down to finding the one that is actually operating and meeting the milestones that they set for themselves. That's when it comes down to. The scrapping broker, what's good? What's up, Gabriel? What's up, man? Do you think children should not have social media? Yes, absolutely. I don't like it. Just because I've seen some stuff on social media that kind of messed with my head a bit. So I'm like, if a 10-year-old saw that, dude, that's horrific. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan. I'm really only on social media a lot just because of my fighting. But like, I'll show you guys, like, literally all of my posts. Let's see if I can pull this up here. All of my posts are just fighting. Like, look, let's see. I don't know if I can do this, but I'm gonna try. So like, literally everything I post about, like, let's see, this was just some fight highlights. Right here, like, I don't know which way to fight. There we go. But like, everything I post about is just fighting. I hate social media, personally. It's kind of weird that I'm a YouTuber who hates social media, but I do. Are you in all the Palantir hype? Yes! Palantir all day. PLTR. Man, I'm up big on PLTR. I bought PLTR like 2 days ago and we're up like 10%. Sick. I should pull it up here because I don't know. Bang. Make sure that worked because I'm paranoid. All right, here we go. Let's see. What is fluctuating? Oh, it's Bitcoin, isn't it? I have Bitcoin and Robinhood. It's not a good idea. I'm opening a actual wallet soon here. Yeah, just bought a few shares of Palantir because I didn't really know exactly what was going on. But today was great. I bought in at $22.97, which was, when was that? It must have been on this day. When was that? April 7th. Put $100 in. Let's see. Yeah, so I bought in around here, and that was pretty good timing. I was actually gonna buy some more right here, but then they told me my MRI was like $700. I was like, God dang it! So I didn't buy more, but I wish I would have. Ride. Oh, it's I don't know how to say the name. I don't want to butcher it too bad. Like Tian Pay? Maybe close. You are in my Patreon. Welcome. What's up, my friend? I'm with Ride though. I like Ride a lot more. Demo day is tomorrow. I know. I'm so excited. Video coming out on it. Do you think future currency will be? Hold on, this one. Do you think kids should be YouTubers? Yes. In a kid friendly space, like making YouTube videos about like kid stuff. Yes, but not any way that, man, I hate what social media is doing to the people under me. It genuinely bothers me. Like I think that people, like kids, have too much access to stuff they shouldn't have access to, you know. And there's no way to stop it, but it bothers me at heart. I'm not gonna lie. Getting a little bit personal here. Ooh. Do you think future currency will be just precious metals and crypto and paper currency deleted altogether? No. I think we'll have paper currency forever, but I think the value of paper currency is going to decrease over time. Like, I think the future is... I don't want to be that, like, conspiracy theorist type of dude, but I think what would be perfect, like, I'm kind of, like, minorly conspiracy theorist, and I think the government would prefer everything being more credit so they can track it. You know, with cash, it's easy to kind of bury cash. Like, you just, like, if I was to get $100 from somebody and put it under the bed, no one can know. You know, but if everything is more like bank transfers, credit cards, I think that the government would prefer that. But I think then we got crypto, and crypto's kind of like the unregulated version of it. So, but I think cash is definitely going to be worth a lot less in the future, for sure. I'm going to have to agree. Social media is trash for the youth. All show off, no sustenance. Preach it, Gabriel. Is this going to be the week Hcmc takes off? Probably not. If I'm being, I don't mean to be like that. I'm still invested into them, so don't take that as me just being like mean. But no, I doubt it. I doubt it. Hold on, Rollify. I got really confused. Do you have a copy for me, and we'll send you it back for posting on this email, or don't? Rollify, I'm gonna need you to clarify me. I have no idea what you're trying to say. I don't know what you're trying to say. I think I missed a little context. Would you pay for an MMA fight featuring Joe Biden versus Trump? Absolutely. I'll be a coach. I'll coach both of them at the same time. I don't think there's a person on earth who wouldn't pay to see them genuinely fist fight. Like, I would want to see it. So yeah, I absolutely would. Oh, man. I love these little fireside chats where we just sit down at night. We just talk. I know I need to start doing them a little bit more regularly. My life has just been so crazy with this surgery coming up. I've been trying to pre-record some videos and stuff. It's so rough sometimes. Like, it gets old, man. And one thing about being an MMA fighter is it gets rough getting beat up all the time. But we are going to be in this thing for another 5 minutes or so. So definitely let me know any questions you have. Let's wrap this thing up pretty soon here. It's been about an hour. So anything you want to know, I will literally, except for Rollify's questions, I will more than likely answer just about anything. So if there's anything you want to know, if we want to get real weird and personal, if you want to know about some more stocks, if you want to do anything, let me know in the comment section, and then let's go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. So let me know. Let me know. I did have my Robinhood portfolio pulled up. If y'all wanted me to kind of jump through my Robinhood portfolio a bit, kind of show y'all what all has changed, I can do that for the last few minutes, or if you just want to ask me some random questions. Rollify, man. I'm gonna go with yes. Rollify, I'm gonna say yes. Okay. Favorite state outside of Louisiana? I don't think I can say Texas because I think that's a little bit rude. Just because like Texas and Louisiana are just so close. Like obviously I would say Texas. New York is by far my favorite city on earth. But I think state-wise, California has to take the cake. I love Cali. It's so expensive, but so is New York. But I think Cali is just like, dude, I absolutely love being in California. I mean, the weather's so nice. You go through like 4 seasons in one day. I mean, they have their days where Cali sucks, but I love it overall. California for sure. Takes the cake. City? New York City. Watch anime? I used to as a kid. I haven't really recently. I don't really have time to watch TV in general. It kind of sucks, but what altcoin do you hold? I don't hold any altcoin, actually. All I hold is Bitcoin and a little Ethereum. That's it. I don't hold much else. Dogecoin all day, Team Doge. I'm just kidding. I was in Dogecoin for like 10 minutes and I made like 10% and got out. As a non-financial advisor, a starter pack of penny stocks, what would you recommend? Okay, I'm going to do it. You know, I got to do it. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm simply just a guy on YouTube giving my opinion about different stocks. And if you are going to make any investment decisions, make sure you base them off of your own research, due diligence, and make sure that you understand all of the risks before you make any investments into the stock market. But I like HITIF. I like HITIF. GAXY Next Generation's up there. IDEX is one that I've kind of gotten a liking for, but I'm not too sure about the future of them just yet. HITIF. Man, I'm trying to just like put together a really good one. HITIF for sure. I'm trying to think of 3, and I want to make this a good list, so I don't want to give you some just random stocks. I'm gonna actually go pull up to see which ones, because I have a lot of stocks and a whole bunch of different stuff. So I'm gonna go HITIF 100%. I like Interscope. I like INND. That's one that's really grown. Like I've really grown fond of recently. So I'm gonna throw them up there as well. GAXY Next Generation. I'm still throw them up there. They haven't been performing the best, but I still do really like that company. And then the last one, let's go with Asia Broadband. Super big fan of AABB for sure. You have faith in ID. I haven't checked the IDX stock charts today. Let's do that. Do a few. I'm gonna go for a little bit longer. Who cares? I don't have anything else to do today. I recorded for 8 hours total today. I'm checking out all types of stocks. Look at these things. Man. Checking out some Ethereum. Yep. So, I mean, I'm pretty spot on with this guess. So, I haven't bought any IDEX simply for the fact that I know it's going to retest this bottom line resistance. The issue I'm starting to have is it's starting to... We're going to meet an intersection at some point. So, I'm curious to see whether or not it's going to follow a bit of an uptrend, but I'm not 100% sure what will happen at this point. Now, here, just out of curiosity, are we running any resistance? I mean, we're running decent resistance there, running off that same peak there, so it's something to consider. Man, I don't know what this stock is going to do. My guess, though, is I think IDEX has been having some great movement recently. I think it's finally starting to just kind of slow it down a little bit, but what I am definitely going to pay attention to is to make sure 100% that the stock doesn't fall below 2.5. If it falls below 2.5, I'm going to start to get a little bit nervous. Because, again, like I did say just now, I mean, we are starting to see a bit of a flag here. And I think we're going to meet a point where it's going to come down like, okay, what are you doing, stock? You know, are you going to go through bottom line resistance? Or are you going to break through the floor? And then we're going to maybe see this thing fall all the way to 2? Or are you going to bounce up, maybe break through top line resistance, and then let's start to retest 3? So, you know, this is one I definitely have to pay close attention to. It's not making any clear movements anywhere, but definitely, I would expect to see this thing hit the $2.50 mark. I'd really, it's kind of established some resistance here, but my guess is that it'll probably go to about 250 before we start to see it make a move in another direction. Hcmc gang, turn up. You can also make the changes in your schedule for next year if there are easy spots in GTA to be there to get to the best and the most popular one in GTA, and the best of luck for you not only. Facts! Tell them again, Rollify. Tell them again. Canada? I haven't been to Canada before, but I do want to go. I know a few guys from Canada that I actually met through YouTube, and I want to go collab with them. Collabs coming soon? Maybe. Maybe. But it all just depends on whenever we can fly and everything like that. Can you check out Zomedica? We checked them out earlier, Daniel. I basically said I'm not 100% sure where the future of Zomedica lies because it hasn't really just been doing anything impressive. But we definitely need to keep an eye on it because it's starting to meet some of those resistance levels, like right at $1, that I think are going to be important to gauge where it'll move short and midterm. Are you ready for... We got 5... I keep saying we have 5 minutes. I'm probably going to shut this thing off eventually here, but let's just keep going. Are you... ready for a future of self-driving cars with no steering wheel, and would you be scared driving on the highway in one? Absolutely. I don't trust people. The thing is this. It's not that I don't trust the car. It's I don't trust other people's cars. You know what I mean? Like, that's always my issue with just driving in general is, man, every accident I've been in or almost been in, never my fault. Like, legally, literally never my fault. Like, it's always just someone doing something weird. And, you know, like the other day, I was driving and I was in the left lane. Someone was in the right lane and they made a left turn right in front of me from the right lane. Right in front of me. I almost smashed into him at like 60 miles per hour. Like, so I can't do it. Man, I'm trying to meet Kevin. That would be dope. I'm trying to meet Kevin. Essentia Surgical. I miss Transenterics. I miss the name Transenterics so much, but I like the company. I think they have a lot of potential, but the issue I face with Asxy is the fact that their stock just does not do anything. You know, I think at some point, even if you love a company, if there's better places to put your money to see some general, you know, to just see some genuine growth, I think it does make sense to let go some of those emotional stocks that you just really love in order to actually see profits in other places. Because at the end of the day, you're not investing, you know, I'm not investing in these companies just because I like them. I'm investing in these companies because I want to create long-term wealth. And so with Asxy, I'm just underwhelmed by their stock performance recently. Zone makes me sad. Zomedica was one I was in for a while, but I got burned. Could you please give your thoughts on CBNT? I don't know anything about CBNT. What are they about? Leave me a little something about what CBNT is all about, and then we'll kind of we'll get into it. Talk Neo. I'm a Tesla fanboy, as we can see. Like, if I go back over here, like, I've been on the Tesla wave for the last like few weeks now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if we go, you can go to my history. Just Robinhood alone, I've been buying Tesla and selling Tesla for a minute. Now I was really trading it more than anything, and I traded it like a dummy for a while. But like, I bought Tesla for the first time like in June 23rd of 2020, and then I sold it for some reason. I can't remember exactly what the reasoning behind it was, and I genuinely wish I didn't, because I had what, $1,000 worth in June of last year. So if we go all the way back, dude, I had Tesla all the way back here, man. That sucks, dude. I had $1,000 back here. That would have been like 4K now. It happens though. It happens. I'm a Tesla bull. Anyway, so with that, the reason I say that is that I've kind of like gotten to the point where I just don't think any other companies are competing with Tesla. So I'm not a Neo hater. I think they have a lot of potential, especially in the East, but I don't see them reaching Tesla levels right now or catching up anytime soon. And so that's why I'm not really all that interested in them. I've worked around robots. Heck no to self-driving cars. I understand. No, these cars drive better than people. Everyone's drunk. The thing is, everyone needs to be on the same page. If everyone uses self-driving cars, things would be more systematic. Yeah. That's a touchy one for me. I'd just rather walk. I'd rather just walk, mind my business, and just walk. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't trust people, but, like, I'm kind of like one of those people who don't trust robots either. So, man, it's kind of rough. But I think we are probably going to go ahead and wrap this thing on up here, man. I love sitting down, talking stocks, learning about some new stocks. I really do appreciate everyone who did drop in some new ones for me. You know, again, this is something that I would like to do more often. But, again, I have surgery Friday, so I will try to get through surgery. Hopefully, I wake up from anesthesia. That'd be great. And then from that point, of course, I will be back next week. And then at that point, we will get back on this. I'd like to live stream maybe 2 or 3 times a week. And then going forward, hopefully I can, you know, get back on here and give you guys a little bit more live streaming content, because I know some of you do like just coming on and hanging out. So, yeah, that's something we'll do. Again, go check out all of my socials. Go hit me up on Instagram. After I do end this, if you want to hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on any of my socials. Do that. I'm always replying at nighttime. I'm pretty much just laying in my bed, soaking in my misery. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, you know, I always just chill. And my name's Jeff. It's facts. Do you think you can win in an MMA fight versus Alex Jones? I would freaking dog walk Alex Jones. It's a glass strengthening I'm trying to see it. The company has no debt and it's a good earnings, but for some reason the stock market cap is lower than even the patent itself. CBNT. All right, we'll check them out. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do a little bit of research on them. Who knows? Quaker Oats. We might see a video coming out on them very soon. It's interesting, though. If with the market cap lower, we could see a stock that might be a little undervalued. You never know. You never know. All right. Yeah, everybody. It has been nice. Again, that is my Twitter. Oh, wait. That is my Twitter, that's my Instagram, and my Patreon is down below. If you guys do want access to any trades I do make, we've been trading like crazy recently, as you did see, up about $800 today. So even during these times, we're figuring out ways to make this thing work. So come join the family. There's over 200 of us in the Patreon, and we all just kind of hang out, talk stocks, and, you know, it's always a great time. And, yeah, it's been a great time, everyone. I hope you guys do have a great night. It is currently about 7:47, so I'm probably going to go get into some cookies. Maybe I'll go get a little chocolate cake, and I'm going to call it a night. So I hope you guys do have a good one. I will see you all tomorrow. I have a top 5 penny stocks video coming out tomorrow. I have a few videos coming out tomorrow. I just can't think. Palantir video coming out tomorrow. Maybe 2 or 3 more. So we'll get those videos going, and yeah. Do you think Ronda Rousey is wifey material? No. But she should beat me up, and I feel a little bit less manly, you know. But, again, I hope everyone has a great night. I really do appreciate it. Every one of you who does join in on the live streams, we all hang out, we talk stocks. It's always a great time, and I love you guys. So I'll see you all very, very soon. I guess I got to do my YouTube outro.